Hi, everybody, and thank you all so much for being here again with me, Tomáš Doležal. Today, we're going to focus on productivity and maybe some tactics to kind of enhance it. We all probably have some experience with procrastination, lack of focus, or not being able to prioritize that well. And exactly these three problems will be a focus of our attention today. A great place to start, and a tool that helped me tremendously in the past, is this Todoist productivity quiz. Todoist, a well-known and well-used productivity to-do list app, has developed this pretty cool quiz that you can fill, and if you do that, you can actually kind of choose the right productivity method for you. I won't go through this obviously myself. This is a classic type form that is here for you. And what this does is that it kind of gives you the ideal productivity method designed and tailored for you and you only. It obviously chooses from a list, and this is exactly the list I will go through a little bit here for today, because I want to show you three of these productivity methods. The first productivity method I want to talk about is, of course, the Pomodoro Technique. This is a method that helped me single-handedly the most in my life towards the one and only problem that I had through all of my studies, and that was procrastination. Might have heard of it. The Pomodoro technique here is a pretty good way to kind of get yourself to the work that needs to be done. Let's actually go to the detail of the technique and kind of talk about what it's about. It's actually summed up pretty well in this on this page, and it's kind of summed up here in the list of actions you need to do to create a good Pomodoro session. First, of course, you need to pick a task, one specific task with a goal, with a definitive end. This is very important here. Then set up a 25 or whatever minute timer. 25 minutes is something that works pretty well from the starters. And then play the timer. Just skip whatever you are working on in your different projects. Forget about everything, and work on the task that you chose until the time is up. Then, after the time is up and the alarm kind of rings, take a 5-minute break. Go kind of stretch, drink some water, make yourself a cup of tea or something, and then go back to work again. You can, after 4 to 6 Pomodoros, it's highly encouraged to take a longer pause. I recommend 30 minutes. 30-minute break, but this is basically how you do a Pomodoro session. Why does it work so good? Well, Pomodoro is pretty well in two things. One, it kind of gets you on track. The starting of the timer kind of gets you in the point of really starting to work. It's a really good starting position. And second, the second advantage here is kind of the lack of all the distractions around you, because if you ignore everything else aside the task that's in front of you, it's kind of powerful and maybe even overpowered, as I really like to say, from the gaming technology. So this is one technique that tremendously helped me in beating procrastination. I have two little bonuses here for you. The first one, if you really can't get yourself to the work itself, um, I have a little bonus on how to do that. Actually, a 5-4-3-2-1 method that has been talked about pretty frequently really helps. How this works, before you play the 25 minute timer, before you hit it up, count very quickly from 5 to 1, and then play the timer. This will kind of get you in the mood. This will kind of stop your other thoughts that you might have about other projects, about the things you need to do. And the other kind of technique that really helped me, especially for the start of getting out of a work or study rut, is kind of reversing the Pomodoro. First, if you can't really get to the work and 25 minutes is kind of long for you, just invert it. Just work for 5 minutes and then rest for 25 minutes. It's obviously not supposed to kind of go into the long term, but you will see that the first 5 minutes of the work might be the biggest obstacle in your way to kind of working, and it really helps to kind of only get to the path in the first 5 minutes. Believe it or not, you will probably after the 5 minutes want to continue your work, and you won't want to stop. But do not tell that to your inner procrastinator, right? The second productivity method I have for you is called the Eisenhower Matrix, and it's kind of working with this methodology of prioritization of your tasks. You need to take one of your tasks, or of course all of them, and kind of assembly it to one of the four quadrants. These four quadrants kind of rely on two axes here. The first horizontal axis is urgency or not urgency of the tasks. And the second, the vertical axis here, is the importance, if the task is important or not important. The important and urgent tasks should be done immediately. Those don't need to wait on anything. Just do them immediately. The not urgent and important tasks need to be scheduled. Ideally in your calendar, just find a block when you will work on that. The not important but urgent tasks need to be delegated either to some of your colleagues, or of course to AI, for example. And the not urgent and not important things like browsing social media, watching TV, eating junk food, and so on should be just deleted and abandoned immediately. And the third, and also the last productivity method or productivity tip I have for you is time blocking, and I kind of touched that in the previous one. Because if you have some tasks that's from the second quadrant, for example, that's important but not urgent, you should schedule a time right away when you will do that. Just go to your calendar and pick a time, an estimation on how long this will take, and create a time block there immediately. The time blocking method is kind of working with this task batching concept of kind of batching the tasks that are kind of alike in environment or tools you use into one time block. It's kind of well represented visually here at this image, which of course kind of gives you a knowledge of time blocking opposed to multitasking, that which is something that most people kind of do, me including, of course, sometimes. But I try to kind of batch the tasks that are kind of alike into one blocks of, for example, deep work in my mornings, like this. Also on this page, there's a pretty handy table of time blocking variations that can be studied by you, and it's kind of cool. This whole block is pretty handy in itself. So I recommend to kind of study these productivity methods, kind of go through the quiz itself, let the quiz choose the right method for you, and maybe reading all of these pretty cool articles on different productivity methods, and then kind of assembling your own. So yeah, those were my tips for productivity and beating procrastination, even if for a little bit. Thank you all so much for watching. I highly recommend the Todoist blog to kind of get around productivity methods and kind of assembling from the Legos, different Legos, your own method. Thank you all so much. Good luck on your project, and until next time. Bye bye.